Earlier we have covered what exactly are the artifacts, where the artifacts can be useful, and what are the different services which we can use it to generate artifact. And we have gone over the example of saving a text file as an artifact. In this particular video, we are going to look into how we can process the PDF file as an artifact. So for that, this was our code for text file. I'm just going to take this code as it is, and I'm going to paste it into agent.py file. Now, some changes we have to do if we have to deal with the PDF file. And this is considering the PDF file is going to be hosted on your local. You will have a full path of your PDF file, and you just have to provide a path to save it as an artifact. So in this particular case, I have this sample.pdf file which is available on my local machine, and I want to save this PDF file as an artifact. So earlier we have seen, like, when we have to deal with a different kind of file, then the MIME type is going to be different for all these files. So earlier we were using the text file. So this was text.plain. Now the one change what we have to do is this is going to be application/PDF. And the other requirement was all the data what we have to read it should come in the byte format. If we just go ahead with this approach which we have taken it for the text file, then this is not going to work. So what we have to do is, first of all, we have to open a PDF file and read the content in the byte format so that, like, those bytes can be passed to this artifact part. So in this case, we just have to open a file, and here we just have to pass a file path. So rest of the things I can just remove it from here. I can just say file path. So I'm just opening the file in this case, and as we open the file and read it, then it actually reads it into the byte format. So we don't have to do anything extra as such on top of it. I do have the PDF bytes now. I can just pass it here, PDF bytes, and we are good with this. Now you can change the instruction as you wish. In this case now, because we are not going to deal with the text file, so I'm just going to pass the instruction something like this. So in this case, I'm just saying you are an assistant that manages artifact. If the user asks to save a document, call save report artifact to save the file as an artifact. We know, like, we are going to deal with the PDF file in this case. You can also mention it specifically, or if you don't want to mention it, that's also fine. So now I will just go ahead and we'll try to run this code. So I will go to artifact folder first, and then under this I will just trigger ADK web, and from here I can select upload because that's where our code is located. So I will just say, hi, could you please save this file? I need to provide a file path in this case. So I will just go to my local and we'll see, okay, which file I have over here. I will just copy path and I can just pass it here. Now it's saying what name do you want to give the file. So I can just say document.pdf, and it has triggered our tool and it has stated I have saved the file as in document PDF. If we have to look for the artifact, then we have to go to this artifact tab, and I can see I have the file document.pdf. Just to make sure this file has been saved correctly, I need to download this file and I need to open it to see whether I'm able to read the content of this file or not. Because in some of the cases, what would happen if you are not able to read the content of the PDF file in the correct format, then we are going to get an error while loading the file. And this file is getting loaded, and you can see, like, I'm able to open the PDF as well, and I can see all the content of it. So similarly, as we have seen earlier, when we are dealing with the text file where we have to save the file, and then based on the user question, the agent has also to load the artifact. So we can just pass the load artifact over here also. We don't have to write any specific code for that because this load artifact directly comes from the tools. So you can use it and then you can provide the instruction as we have passing it earlier. Another scenario what could happen is where actually you are dealing with multiple files and not just one file. So let's say you have multiple PDF files in a folder and you want to save all this file as an artifact, right? So you can see the size of these files and you want, like, all these files to be saved as an artifact, and whenever user are asking question, then it can load the artifact and give you the answer. In that case, your context window is not going to get consumed because of the larger size of the PDF files. So in that case also, instead of giving a full file path, you can give the folder name, and your agent should be able to read all the files and save the file as an artifact. So let's see how we can do that. It's going to be simple engineering problem. We have to iterate over the folder and then have to read the file and then just have to save it as an artifact. So we have to import OS and we have to import path. Now what we are doing in this case, first of all, we are checking whether the given path is a directory or not. So in this case, if it is a directory, then we are going to read all the PDF files under that directory, and this is going to give us a list. Now once we get a list, we just have to iterate over the PDF file and have to open it like what we were doing it earlier. In this loop, actually, we just have to call our artifact part and we have to save this artifacts. So it's a simple thing. The only addition what we did is, first of all, we are checking a path and getting all the PDF files in the directory. Let's say if it is not a directory, if it is just a simple file path, then whatever code we have used earlier, the same is going to be leveraged in this case. Now with this thing, let me just go ahead and try to run this code. Now I will select upload, and now instead of passing a single file path, I am just going to pass a folder path. And what I'm expecting, all the files what I have in this particular folder, everything should be saved as an artifact. So let me just go ahead and run this. Now again, it is asking for the file name. So we have to make certain changes in the code. So first thing what we can do is just to make this file name optional, so that model knows like this is an optional thing and this is not something that it has to ask it again and again. That's one thing. Another thing, we can keep the same prompt as it is, and here we had mentioned please keep the file name as the original file while saving. Another thing, just to make it more strict, we can just say you don't need to ask for the file name from the user, and please keep the file name as the original file while saving. Let's test it out once more. So I'm just going to pass this same folder path, and in this case you can see it has triggered the save report artifact and it is saying okay, I have saved the files. Now let me just go to artifact. In this case, you can see all the artifact has been saved with the same file name as I have in my folder. That's how actually you can deal with the PDF file if you have it on your local and you can save it as an artifact. It can come very handy in a real world scenario where you are trying to generate a report from your agent, saving it somewhere, and then actually you are trying to save that report as an artifact. That's all what we have in this video. Thank you for watching.